How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of little Weldworks Juicy Bits, but a new hop I've never had before. It's still Saltana DDH Juicy Bits. Probably butchering the name as I do everything else, but yeah, kind of excited to give this sucker a whirl. She be exactly 1 month old. And this comes courtesy of my boy Carson from Florida. He went out to Colorado way to watch a little bit of foosballs, and brought some beer back with him, and then, sent some up to me. Life sucks. What can I say? What does it say in here? It says brewed with Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado hops, and then double dry hopped with Saltana hops. Like I said, I haven't had that before, or don't remember having that before in a beer, so it'll be cool to dive into some new hops, and I think that's pretty much it, besides the ABV, which is 6.7% alcohol by volume. Let's dive into this sucker, see what she's got. It's my Friday night. Do a couple beer reviews, watch a little bit of baseball, see what's what. Label-wise, it's alright. It's Weldworks. I can get down with it. Sometimes their labels do me really proper. Sometimes they're kind of like, okay, that's nice. That's where that one lands. As far as the beer looks, that'd be Haze, my friends. I mean, you're talking about an index finger, infinite creamy top to that sucker. Super tight, compact bubbles, and she has that rich haziness. Getting very close to your turkey gravy here, but just stopping short. Maybe a watered-down potato leek, if you will. Let's get a nose. Okay. Definitely like citrus leaning, and there's definitely a green portion of the show here, and it comes off that grassy greenness. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's an impact there, and there's an added component. It's like a grassy component that I really can't glom onto, like a specific kind of grass or something like that. Maybe that's the Saltana hops kind of at work there, but green grassiness all the way. It stops short of having that kind of eucalyptus-y, kind of minty thing going on that I dig every now and then, but I like it. It smells nice. That fruit portion show, like I said, lean citrus, but nothing too crazy. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. That is a dry and bittering hazy IPA. I kind of dig this. There is a sweetness to it, but it's very dry, very pithy dry. So you get a big dryness from it. You get a really hefty bittering from it. Like I said, it was more of a grassiness in the bittering, and while that grassiness is definitely there in the bittering of the beer, it definitely leans a little bit more piney resinous than you'd expect, especially off of the nose. Maybe that's a Saltana at play there. I'll have to kind of look up its traits after this beer review is over. It's fun. It's tasty. I mean, it's not going to be, the new school hazy guys' cup of tea, I don't think. I think it's going to be something a little bit too dry, something a little bit too bitter for your typical juice boy. But I like it. I like the way it's kind of playing with your senses, because the mouthfeel comes off creamy. It comes off very new school. The nose gives you that citrus, then you get that grassiness, but you don't really get that much as far as pininess or really, and not that you're going to really smell dryness, but you can get hints of that in the nose. You don't really get any of that, and then when you actually dive into the taste, kind of flips the script on you, and I think it's a really nice play. 6.7%, probably drinks a little bit lower than that, not criminally lower, but I'm saying right around 6%. That pop of bitterness lets you know you're drinking something of heft. Really beautiful mouthfeel. One of the more sultry, creamy mouthfeels I've had at this kind of beer. I mean, this kind of beer with this kind of bitterness, you usually don't get that at all, so that's kind of fun. And just plays a really fun beer. I mean, you think of your classic new school kind of hops, your Citra, Mosaic. Even Eldorado can be a bit spicy, but those first two, you expect those juicy bits, but you're getting more of a bittering bits, if you will. I think it's a really fun beer. I like it. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better kind of hazy IPAs that I've had as late? It's in the conversation. It's not towards the top. While I dig how the bitterness is playing and that dryness works, it is a little bit too heavy-handed in one direction for me to really go gaga over. Well, at the same time, that change of pace really kind of turns me on, so I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, no idea. Carson, anybody out there in the kind of Colorado area can let us know what's what. That would be awesome when it comes to value and availability, and leave you with, if you like what will you like this beer. If you like West Coast and you love East Coast and you want them together, you know. Well, a little bit of east in your west, and your west in your east is going to do you proper, because that's where this one kind of lands. It's going to have bits and pieces that appease the Haze boys. Well, I don't think a tried and true Haze boy will love this. It has bits and pieces that would appease a West Coast kind of zealot, but at the same time, I don't think those kind of people would really glom onto this. It's somebody that can appreciate both sides of the aisle and wants to try it together. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Weldworks right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.